going to ask everyone in the audience to just close your eyes for 3 seconds and think of Dubai. I'm sure some of the images that are coming to your mind are really tall buildings, glittering lights, beautifully landscaped gardens, deserts, and a whole lot of opulence. While your eyes are still closed, I'm slowly going to ask you to think of another place. This time, it's South Africa. Please open your eyes now. I am no mind reader, but I'm pretty sure that the visuals of both these places were quite drastically different. South Africa, while I'm sure you had visuals of the thriving wildlife, it was only a matter of seconds that that visual was overpowered by visuals of poverty, hunger, starvation, human right violation, and underdevelopment. Both these places have been rich with resources, oil and diamonds. While Dubai's oil helped pave its path to prosperity, South Africa's diamonds paved its path to misery. South Africa, being the fifth largest country to produce mined rough diamonds, still is like a diamond, the only difference being this diamond does not shine. Have you ever wondered why? Have you given this a thought? Is there any piece of information or something important that we are missing out? Well, we're just going to find that out. I come from the land of the warriors, Kodagu, part of Karnataka, where pretty much we have grown coffee or served the nation by being in the armed forces. My dad, however, decided he wanted to do something else, and he was cutting diamonds. My initial years, I grew up in Surat and Mumbai, experiencing what we commonly hear of now, work from home, back in the 1990s, because yes, diamonds were being cut and polished in the living room of the house that I lived in. So I would come back from school, throw my bag aside, and rush and sit next to the Karyagars, my favorite being Ganesh uncle, and watch with how much dedication and precision he would cut the rough diamonds and make them into beautiful pieces. It was at this young age of 7 that I told myself, hey, I'm going to be a gemologist someday. Of course, back then I had no clue what that word actually meant, except for figuring out it had my favorite word in it, gem. But life happened. My father and the family, we all moved to Bangalore, and my father started his jewelry business at the age of 49. As life moved by, my dreams shifted as well. I did what most of us here did traditionally. I studied well, completed my studies, got campus recruited, and worked for almost a decade with some of the world's largest multinational companies and big fours. It was when I was with corporate that I started experimenting with my jewelry on a very small scale. I would talk about jewelry to my colleagues and friends, and I realized that the jewelry consumer was changing. You could no longer limit a jewelry consumer with off-the-shelf designs. When you gave her the choice to say, hey, would you like to co-create a piece of jewelry? Do you want me to work with your ideas? She lapped it up. The key word here being the choice was given to her. It was then that I felt that the dream that the 7-year-old girl had faded away, yes, but had not disappeared. And so I took it upon myself to revive my dream. I left my cushiony corporate job. I enrolled myself into a jewelry designing course at the age of 33, jokingly even called myself the senior citizen in the class, because the class had an average age of about 20 to 25. Had my second child, and in the next 6 to 7 years, focused on creating my jewelry brand, which was on 3 main aspects: co-creating pieces of jewelry, creating transformable and versatile pieces of jewelry, and third, reusing of heritage gold. This one time I had a client who had come over to pick up a piece of jewelry, and I remember congratulating her, thanking her, and applauding her because she had taken my option of reusing her old gold to get her new piece of jewelry done. I even remember that she smiled and with pride on the decision that she had taken. It was at this point that I thought, apart from reusing heritage gold, could there be any other options when we talk about sustainability in jewelry? And no, I'm not talking about sustainable jewelry that's made with feather, fiber, jute, or seashells. I'm talking about sustainability in jewelry with gold and diamonds. As part of my research, I chanced upon the word laboratory-grown diamonds, lab-grown diamonds. And the instant question that I asked myself was, is this imitation jewelry? Is this fake? Is this real? Is it even a diamond at all? Well, on doing a detailed research, I understood that laboratory-grown diamonds and mined diamonds are absolutely identical to each other, physically, chemically, and optically. The only difference being the origin. Mined diamonds are excavated and mined, whereas laboratory-grown diamonds are grown in the lab in a simulated environment using advanced and controlled technology by mimicking the same conditions which we see below the Earth's surface. I thought to myself that this is a marvel. This, to me, was a science marvel. The more I spoke about lab-grown diamonds to people, the question I got, can you make out the difference if I were to compare a mined diamond and lab-grown diamond? And the answer is no. Mined diamond and lab-grown diamonds are absolutely indistinguishable from each other. Even a jeweler's loupe cannot tell you the difference. You need specialized, high advanced tech instruments to actually tell you the difference. So at this point in time, I thought it was time for me to make the change. I got into something which was called conscious luxury, decarbonizing diamonds. I asked myself the question, why can't we enjoy the beauty of a diamond without impacting the lives of the people involved in it in a negative way? And also, if we could look at reducing the carbon footprint. I'm going to ask you this question. When we got married, or think of any event that you had planned in your life, right? You make a choice when it comes to everything. You choose the venue, you choose the clothes you're wearing, you choose the people who are coming, and of course, in the case of marriage, you're choosing your partner. But when it comes to diamonds, are you choosing enough? Do you know what you're choosing? I'm sure some of you already have the answers. Of course, I know my diamonds. I know the 4 C's. Yes, you know the 4 C's because that's what you've been told, that diamonds have the 4 C's, cut, color, clarity, carat. But is that all that the diamond has? Have you ever questioned what goes beyond the 4 C's? Is there an origin I can question? Where did this diamond come from? Was it mined? Was it grown in the laboratory? Has this diamond had an impact? While it glitters beautifully on my finger, did it really impact somebody's life, positively or negatively? Trust me when I say this, diamonds have more than just what meets your eyes. My husband is in the audience today, and he and me often have a conversation where we say that I wish when we got married 15, 16 years back, lab-grown diamonds were known to us. You know, we would have happily spent almost a fraction of the cost, bought a bigger diamond, and probably in the amount that we saved, traveled the world and created more beautiful experiences for ourselves. Of course, it's great to be proposed with a solitaire ring, but imagine being proposed with a ring in the hand and a passport in the other, with travel plans to either Spain or Italy. Now that is an unforgettable memory. Diamond mining is hard on the people, on the environment, and all other practices that it encompasses. If today we have an option to look at something that can take care of this bit, if we can focus on conscious luxury and diamond, why is it that we would not grab that opportunity? For the longest time, we've heard the dialogue, diamonds are rare. I always asked myself, how rare is something when every second person you know has a diamond? The size might vary, big or small, but you see diamonds were everywhere. Rings, pendants, necklaces, even on watches. So have we really bought into the illusion of rarity that was created for us? We believed for the longest time your love for somebody was defined by the amount you spent on a diamond. Can we really put a price tag when it comes to love? I don't think so. When we think of diamonds and we think of what is the change that we can make, my suggestion would be to make a change in the mindset. If we are able to bring about that change, it's a huge change that we not only bring to ourselves, our choices, but also to the environment. While I did all of this, I realized a couple of things had changed. My life journey had changed, the jewelry consumer had changed, and now the diamonds were changing too. It was in the news, recently that the Prime Minister of our nation gifted a 7.5 carat lab-grown diamond to the US First Lady. Now, this for me was historic. It was us showcasing to the world what we can achieve when we combine technological innovation with human compassion, taking pride in enjoying diamonds without impacting the environment. At this point in time, I bring you back to another question that we need to ask ourselves. Diamonds is of value. Who defines value? What is value? Do you define value by the price you pay or the feeling it brings? Do you define value by the way the wearer feels or the pride that you took when you gift it to somebody? At this point in time, I also want to bring your attention to the fact that when we talk about mining diamonds, while there are aspects of it where we have provided employment and all of that, but it has brought down a country to a very, very menial state versus where it actually could have been. This is something that definitely should make us think. So here's what I want to tell you. The next time you're out in the market picking up your diamond, just pause. Take a few seconds and know that you today have a choice. You can choose whether the diamond just sparkles on your finger or shines in your heart. This truly is the art of change, where you move from just indulgence to mindful indulgence. You today can be part of a vision where when you buy a lab-grown diamond, you are actually contributing to the vision of enjoying luxury with diamonds in a mindful, transparent, and very, very progressive way. Here's what I'm going to leave you with. You have a choice. Your choice can make a difference. So choose wisely. Thank you.